Hello. I think we're live. Let us know how it sounds. Welcome, everybody. Got Hodge here. We're just going to race and have fun and hang out for a couple hours. Let's do it. You got a trail you want to start on?
Dude, I don't really know any of the open world trails, so I'm good to do whatever.
All right, let's start on a nice one there. Let's do fledging.
Fledging. All right. Was this the one you did a video on earlier this week?
Yeah.
The lines I should have watched.
Yeah, the lines you should have watched. I can show you some lines now. What's up, Emma? Welcome. Hey, Jasper. Oga. Ooga booga. Ooga booga. That's what that is. Ooga booga. It's a name, dude. Let us know if volumes are okay. Now we wait for Joe. Are we good? Hopefully you see me. All right. Yeah, what time is it? 1. So we'll spend like 15 minutes per track. Just kind of switch around. Bird Chisel says it's good. The hard line, you want to hit this kicker, the wood kicker straight, and then you got to like turn sharp and then try to gap down into the berm. It's very difficult though.
Oh no.
Why am I racing against this person? Did it get rid of my name? Well, that's doing that thing again where like our names are resetting. Oh well. 'Tis what it is. Let's race. Let's see what Hodge has got today. We'll try to talk as we play, but you know, Brian's not here today, so it's gonna be a little harder for us to manage chat, but we'll do our best. Brian's good at managing that for us. Miss you, Brian. I don't know if you're watching. See what we can get. I'll be happy if I can improve my time, but I've got a pretty fast time for me. So I don't know if it's going to happen. See, I'm already 1.3 back. When is this out on console? Not for a long time. Probably at least a year. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Maybe 5. You know, we'll see.
What's your fast time on here?
39.678.
So you're on page 1.
Yeah.
All right, well, I
don't
will
know why
be back on like page 7.
I don't know why I reset my name. Let me go change it back.
It's here real quick, I think.
What? The screen's kind of wonky at times.
Oh yeah, looks like it needs fixing.
All right.
Oh, I loaded the wrong map. Whoops.
Where are we going? Fledging. Let's see. Is my name better? Yeah, no, my name's good. Do you still make that BMX game? What, Mad Skills BMX? I don't really work on that team a ton anymore. What up, Silly Billy? Welcome back. James says it looks sick. Keep it up. Thank you. Minty from still running the playtest demo. Loving everything so far. Thanks. What up, Aaron? Welcome. We're going to do, Hodge and I are going to race. If you guys got questions for either of us or both of us or whatever, feel free to ask. And we'll try to talk about stuff while we play. And I
don't know if race is the right word. I think you're just going to absolutely blow my doors off.
Nah, I think you're fast. Just pretend like you're not. This line's hard, though. It also depends on if we're trying to, like, get a time within the 15 minutes, like get a new time, because then my time will be different than what you see now. Obviously, like this, I probably spent hours getting this one. What's the bet? We're betting now? You trying to make us lose money? If you can talk and play at the same time, you could talk about what you've been up to this week. I know it's probably boring stuff for most people, but I find it interesting.
Oh yeah, it's probably super boring. So we've been having a lot of issues building players to upload the Patreon and Steam. With the Steam builds we do, the regular Patreon build and also the demo build, and it is very, very time consuming, very error prone, and it's just a general headache. So what I've been doing this week is setting up a build server to where whenever we push updates to a certain branch on Git, the build server just automatically go out and build everything and upload it for us, and we just have to set it live. So I've almost got it working. Just got to figure out a couple caching issues, and then I've also been working on some general bugs that have popped up with the last couple builds. So I definitely have some menu issues that I have not gotten to yet. But there's a lot of people that are getting this weird crash, and I think we've got it kind of dialed down to the renderer and the version of Unity that we're using. And so I've been updating the project to the latest Unity version. Yeah, just a bunch of super boring stuff this week, but overall it's definitely going to make our lives a lot easier, and it'll be quicker to get on builds and stuff like that. So definitely going to be a huge improvement.
Yeah, I can't wait because the builds take me so much time and energy, and it's not a fun thing to do, building and all that. This is a game called Cranked. Hodge is a programmer. I'm the design director, game director, whatever you want to call it. And we're just hanging out playing. We do the stream every week. So if you guys want to play this game, there's a free playtest on Steam right now. The map we're on is Locked Behind Patreon. This is like our ugly open world map that we're just kind of like gray boxing out trails, if you want to call it that. So we're kind of making all the trails first, and then we'll come back later and make it look pretty once all the trails are done. But it's a huge open world map. We've already got like 20 trails on here, but our goal, we've moved our goal. It was 40 for launch, but now that I know how to make trails, we're moving that goal to 60. So we're going to try to cram 60 trails up in this place. So yeah, if you guys want to play, head over to Steam. And if you want to play this open world map that we're working on, it's available for Patreon members, $5 a month. And new trails get added every month. Antgrass is actually working on a downhill trail that he just finished, and now he just needs to put like the racing, the markers, and all the kind of timing gates, the finish line. He needs to put all that in there. But once that's done, that trail should be going out probably next week. And man, that trail is my new favorite, so I'm excited for that one. I haven't even nailed this once. We need a Jake update. Yeah. So Jake did get his Jake is my dog, if you guys don't know. 14-year-old pup. But yeah, he's been having paw issues, so he got one of his toes amputated. Was it last week? The week before? I don't know. It's been a week or two since he got his toe amputated. The surgery went well, but now the sutures won't stay in. Like, doctor thinks like where his bone is and the way he walks, it's like popping the sutures. So took him back yesterday for a checkup. They resutured him up again. Put another bandage on. I mean, he's fine. He's getting around. He's doing his thing, but it's just kind of a pain because it's not healing, and he's been stuck wearing a cone and all that nonsense for like weeks now. But he's hanging in there. He's a trooper. All right. Ooh.
Dude, I got the line, but I went outside the marker.
Oh yeah, the marker's hard. I'm tempted to widen it just to make this line a little bit more user-friendly. Oh, man.
I keep landing on that rock next to the tree and crashing.
Mm-hmm. You're on Crank right now, stranger? Dude, thanks. That's awesome. I can't wait for multiplayer to where like we could all be playing together, ripping some laps. Yeah, we could talk about that. I know after you finish these kind of admin, boring tasks, is that the plan, you think? We get going on multiplayer, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll just kind of boost the funness of the game, I guess. Just ripping around with your buddies, and I don't know. I think it'll be sick. Both of us just in here trying to rip laps on these trails, and
yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna add a lot. So definitely gonna be a little work to get that going, but it'll be sweet.
Yeah, and then I think after multiplayer, we'll go back to third person, work on that, get the animations better, probably do some physics tweaks at the same time. And then after that, I'm thinking modding. And from there, then I want to start working on the core loop stuff, like get the chairlifts in the game, get the challenges going, set up a system to where I can go in Unity and like make all the challenges so you don't have to do all that. And then kind of once we've got the core of vertical slice of the core loop, modding and multiplayer, then I think we're kind of ready for early access, in my opinion. And then during early access, we can add in customization, more bikes, more trails, more challenges, more stuff like that. So for people asking like, when's it coming out on console? When's it this? Console's not going to happen until we hit like a 1.0 version. So we still need to get to early access on Steam. And then after early access and we launch 1.0, then that's like when we would probably get it on consoles. So talking at least a year, probably like 2 years for consoles. This game hasn't even been in development a year. What did we say today was? Today's day 272. So we still got quite a ways to get to the first year of development. So we're still very early. What you're seeing is pre-alpha. You know, we're having fun developing in the open and getting your guys' feedback. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come on, give me green lights. No. It's crazy too, because when I saw Sutton's best time, he posted in our Discord. If you guys don't know, Sutton's like the current top player at the game. He's got most of the world records, or all probably. But when I watch his run, I'm like, yeah, it's fast, but I'm like, when I'm fast, I feel like I'm doing just as good. And then I look at the times and I'm like, clearly I'm not. I don't know why these names keep changing, dude. What's up with that? They just all reset again.
Yeah, it's like the base name that was set whenever the account was created, and then the name that you changed to is actually an alias. So I wonder if it's not loading the alias for whatever reason.
Huh. Is there going to be a cap on how many people are in the game in multi, or limit absolute chaos on the trails?
I'd like to have like 100 people in the server. Maybe we can go higher than that or lower, just depending on what works. But I feel like there should be kind of like a collision invisibility there. Maybe if you have a whole bunch of people on the trail.
Yeah, I mean, my plan was no collisions at all.
Yeah. So yeah, that would work out then. We wouldn't have to worry about doing like handling collisions on the server and then sending those out to the client. So that would be a lot easier.
Freddie asks, what's this on? Currently, you can get it on Mac, PC, or Linux via Steam, or you could join our Patreon, which gets you development builds via itch.io. Consoles will come later. Are you guys going to add suspension setup adjustment, like the player do their own suspension? Probably not. I like when everyone's on a level playing field and on the same kind of vehicle, same setup. There'll be different bike types and classes, and you can like pick which one you want for the race, and then the leaderboard will tell you what player used what bike. But yeah, we don't plan to do customization, but maybe down the line, but definitely not for 1.0. But I'm willing to like test it, try it, mess around with it later if the game's doing well and we got more stuff we want to try out. I'm down. We're very open to feedback and like people's requests. So if you guys want to try stuff, a lot of times we just try stuff, and you know, if people have an idea, we're like, let's try it, and then we try it, and if we like it, we keep it. If we don't, we get rid of it. And by we, I mean the community, everyone playing. Oh,
all right, I'm at the top of page 3 now. See if we can get on page 2.
Nice. I don't even think I got like a decent time yet. Why is our TikTok number so low today? Oh well. It's because Brian's not here, dude. Brian's the one who boosts our numbers, apparently.
I feel bad. I haven't liked the chat one time.
Well, we usually have like 100 people, but there's like 18. It's all good. Is it free? The playtest is free. You can go on Steam right now and download the free playtest. You know, the free playtest is on a different map. This is like a map that's in development. That's why it looks like crap. The map on the playtest looks a lot prettier. Has less trails. It's a little smaller, but visually looks nicer. Matt Jones is streaming. He may be stealing a lot. Oh, is he? Streaming his new game. Well, the new console release of his game. I played the update earlier. Still feels very different than this game, so I don't think, you know, I think people will have a favorite. Some might like Mavericks better, some might like Crank better. The very different feel and style of gameplay. Ours is all just like free physics with the sticks. There's no like canned animations or anything. With Mavericks, it's more like, okay, do this button press and then something plays. Like it's more of like a Riders Republic vibe. There goes that game crash.
I have yet to get it, so it's very hard for me to debug, but I think we got it.
Game name is called Cranked Robbie. The FPS on the stream looks like sub 20. What? Oh, on his stream, not our stream. I was like, what? Got me freaked out. We've hit the 15-minute mark. I don't know if you want to keep grinding that trail or do a different one.
Yeah, we can do a different one. All these are, I've gone down like most of them a couple times, but never really like grinded time. So
let's do Siggy. Let's do Siggy for like 30 minutes. Is this Descenders? No, this is a game called Crank that we're working on. It's in development. We're only we're not even a year into development yet. Small indie team of 4. Bunch of us ride, and we're just trying to make a mountain bike game that feels more like real riding compared to the other games on the market. So that's our goal. Oh, that was sick. Model ships. We'll do model ships next. I do like model ships. A cute, acclaimed cougar is perfect for you. Daddy, that's me, man. That's me. Eventually, we need to just get it working off your Steam usernames. But can't really do that until everyone's on Steam and we're no longer using itch. So we gotta wait till early access. Has development this got y'all what? Has developing this game got y'all huzz? I don't know what that means. I'm not, if that's like some like teenager lingo.
No, but I did go on a date last night and it went pretty well. So
did you?
Not because of the game.
Nice, dude.
We had to leave early though because it started snowing real bad. The roads were terrible.
Yeah, are you guys gonna get hit by this storm coming up?
I don't think so, but it's supposed to be like -30 this weekend, so I will be staying in. Usually I go riding, indoor riding my dirt bike, but I think it's gonna be too cold for me to even load my bike up.
Damn. Dude, you just gotta come down here for like a week in the winter and ride.
Yeah.
Dude, you could literally like, you could go out my driveway and just ride in the desert.
You're sick. But I don't know. You've been in so many cactuses this week. It's
out by me, there's not as many. Like the mountain bike trails, there's a bunch, but out here by me, it's mostly like is it called mesquite bushes? I think they're called not mesquite. Creosote or like it's just like a desert bush. There are some ocotillos out here too, though. There's actually like a cool patch of land out here that's just like you just go into it and there's just like a bazillion ocotillos and it looks really weird and almost like you're on another planet.
That's sick.
Mars says, any idea when the game will come to console? Not really. Probably a year and a half or 2 years. We'll see though. I don't know. A lot. It depends. You know, if we get a publisher and they want to get it over there earlier, if we get more money and can hire more people, like a lot can change. But if we're on the same path we're on now, with 4 people working on it, kind of taking our time, doing it slow but steady, it'll probably be a couple years. How much will it cost?
The thing with consoles is you have to have a good amount of content, and it also has to be pretty like bug free, pretty polished. They're pretty strict over there, PlayStation and Xbox. So
yeah, a lot harder. Oh, that threw me around. How much will it be? Probably like 25 to 35 in that area, depending on if it's on sale or not, type stuff. So we're trying to keep it in the competition. Like what's the word? The around the same range as the competitors. Like MX Bikes is 35, I believe. Mavericks is 40. I think Descenders is 25 usually. I think Street Dog just came out around 25. So it seems like the sweet spot's 25 to 40, somewhere in there. So we'll see. We got to see at the, when we launch the game, how many bikes are in it, how many trails, how many maps, how much customization. If we've got more content than all those other brands or all those other games, then, maybe we charge a little more. We're going to have real world brands in the game. We've already got the Frameworks bike. We're working on first official gear brand that'll be coming in the game soon. We've got more lined up. I've already got our second bike type lined up. We've got a trail bike that's coming in the game, a really sick trail bike that's going to be very playful and fun to ride. I'm not going to spoil who that is with yet, but it's a really cool, like, bespoke, hand-built brand. I'm really excited for that. So, we're going to partner with as many real brands as we can. Like I said, most of us on the team are real riders. We've been riding a long time, and we want this game to be as kind of authentic to mountain biking as possible, connected to the sport as much as possible. And have ride days with the community and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm going to check chat in a minute, but I'm trying to get a time down. At this point, it might be whoever gets a time first, because have you got a time yet?
No, I haven't made it down yet.
Oh,
I think I'm close.
Yeah, you're close. Get ready for the last wood section. It's brutal.
I think the woods, like on the upper section, or the whoops are super sick. They feel really good.
Hearing Joe say
what they're
those
called,
words was
mountain biking?
not on my bingo card. What words were you talking about? I don't know what I said. You can, yeah, there's sometimes whoops in mountain biking. It's very rare. Like every now and then the downhill course will have like a little whoop section. But the ones that are in this game are meant to be more like braking bumps, but we like oversize them so that they feel more, I don't know. They're bigger than braking bumps in real life, really.
Yeah.
Huzz. Yeah, dude, what is huzz, dude? I don't know these words.
It's the chicks, bro. The women.
How do you know this? You're like 10 years younger than me. How old are you, Huzz?
Yeah, I just turned 30, so like,
yeah,
I'm starting to feel a
9
little
years.
bit older. Like some of the lingo is a little bit whack, but
Maggie worked on the gear brand much? No, she's still working on the roots. It's given her a little bit of issues. So if any of you artists out there have tips or tricks or can help Maggie in any way and feel like helping, we're trying to make better root assets in these root balls. But it's turning out to be a little more complicated than we all expected. So she's going to need to cook on those root balls a little longer. I know a lot of you guys in the community are like super talented. So if at any time you guys think you could help, feel free to reach out and, you know, maybe you guys have ideas. Like, I mean, you guys definitely do. You guys have given us a ton of good content and ideas. So keep it coming. Oh, get in there. Nope. Missed. Dude, I wonder if I could it'd be sick if I could tree tap. Bam. When will this be released? You could play the free playtest now on Steam, PC, Mac, or Linux, or you could join our Patreon and get access to what you see here. The playtest is on the demo map. Maybe we'll hop over there later. But full release is probably, I don't know, early access release, we're hoping. We just had a meeting with the owners the other day, and I think we might push. I mean, we're kind of just seeing how things go, so I don't know. But we were trying to think summer for early access, but now we're thinking maybe we'll hold off a little more, maybe do like early winter or like early next year, like a year from now. I don't know. So maybe in a year-ish, early access will launch. Maybe less. We'll see. Is my new favorite. There's a new downhill trail coming in the game soon, like proper downhill racetrack, and it connects into some of the other trails. I'm in the green, and it's super fun. I could try to give you guys a sneak peek of it actually, if you guys want, in between this race and the next. All right, we got to nail the wood section. Oh, I missed the tree and then slammed into the root. Do root balls have some root staircase type effect? In real life on steep ground, it's like yeah, that's kind of what we're trying. We're trying to make these root balls have, you know, like, so imagine like a big boulder, but dirt with roots covered all over it. And it's like an iceberg. Like we're only going to put a portion of that root ball up into the terrain that you ride on. The rest of it's hidden underneath. So it's kind of like an iceberg. You only see part of it. So we want to have all different types of roots all over the whole ball. Some will be staircase type, some will not. So however Antgrass wants to design that part of the trail, he'll just rotate that root ball and move it around to make it fit. That was the plan, at least. We'll see if we can pull it off. Can you play this? Yeah, you can play this right now on Steam. There's a free playtest going on. Just search for Cranked on Steam. Cooper says, I love this game. Thank you, Cooper. I love you. Yeah, Makai, maybe we should create a little channel in the Discord for like art stuff, and maybe Maggie can hang out in there, and we could all try to help each other out, just give ideas and brainstorm. I think on a project when there's one programmer, one artist, one game designer, like sometimes you just need some community to help you like get through an idea or something. Which is what AI is pretty good for. I use AI to like help me pretend I have a bunch of junior game designers helping me out and be like, hey, give me ideas and stuff. As long as you guide it, it works pretty well. All right, green lights. Man, I screwed that part up though.
I'm so slow in these text sections.
Yeah, it's really about finding the line between the rocks and stuff. I love how, like, you know, the rocks can really affect you, but if you find a nice line in between them, it's way faster. Be interesting to see if I don't know if you get this way, Hodge, but when you work on the same game for long enough, do you start getting sick of it? Because I'll be interested to see like what that time frame is for Crank. Because so far I have not gotten sick of it, and sometimes in my head I'm sick of it, and I'm like, I should go play or test the game. And I'm like, I don't really want to, and then I force myself to, and then when I sit down and start playing, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this is actually amazing, and then I won't stop. But like, you know, do you get that way on your other game and stuff, where you eventually just like kind of over it?
Yeah, I feel like it ebbs and flows a lot. It's all like motivation based. So if you, I don't know, you get like in a rut, you're like, oh, I don't really want to work on this anymore. But once you kind of have that breakthrough or like see something cool, you're like, yeah. I want to keep doing this. So yeah, it comes and goes. But I think if it's truly something you're passionate about, you're probably never going to give up on it, and you're always going to find a way.
Yeah, I agree. And I think like you said, every time there's kind of a new milestone too, like I think it kind of reignites things. Like once multiplayer's in and all of a sudden we can start hanging out with the community in here and having live streams, but we're like seeing our friends in here, and like that's just gonna like energize me so much more. I can't wait to start making some trails too. I think I have this right. Antgrass and I can't work on this map at the same time, right? Because it would always have merge conflicts. Am I right about that?
Yeah, because you're both modifying the
same file
terrain data. So and the thing with the terrain data is it's a binary file. It's not a text-based file, so it's very hard to merge within version control.
Gotcha. Yeah, so basically,
but there are ways that you could do it. Like you can kind of do like it's like a remote merge session almost, where you're kind of like a Google Doc where you could be both in there at the same time doing stuff.
Gotcha.
I think you have to pay money for that though.
Birdshaw says he's still not sick of Maskell's motocross, and he's been there over a decade. That's impressive. I think everyone else there was starting to get sick of it. Let me check chat real quick. Sometimes just trying to explain the problem, you answer yourself. Yeah, definitely. Any long-term project has ups and downs. Yep. Are you able to do the sections up? Oh, that was the other thing, is like if we split the terrain, yeah, I don't know. I guess if we were on different terrain chunks or something, but I have no idea. What's your all preferred controller for Cranked? I have an old PS4. I'm not sure you love it. So Tails will probably get in here and start yelling at everyone because he has very strong opinions on controllers. What's the one that Tails always tells everyone to get? Probably get that one because it's like $40 or something, and it seems really good. I play on an Xbox Elite controller, which I really like, but I don't recommend it just because the price is insane. They're like 150 or $200 or something stupid. But they feel really good. I like when you have controllers with back buttons so you can like program those. Like when we end up adding like tricks and stuff, I think I'm going to want to program it to be on the back buttons instead of the bumpers, so I never have to take my hand off the controller, like, or move these fingers. Vader 4, that's the one. Vader 4 Pro, maybe I was thinking. Yeah, there's like that.
Yeah.
GameSir, that's what it is. Yeah, go look at the GameSir ones and get one of those. That's probably what I'll get next.
I've heard good things about that one, but yeah, I'm also on an Elite controller too. But I also do a little testing on the PS5 controller. I don't really like the PlayStation controllers though. I like asymmetrical.
Yeah, same.
Sticks.
Yep. Yeah, so it's personal preference too, Aaron. Like if you like the PlayStation layout, you know, get one that style. I like Hodge just said, I like the asymmetrical sticks where one's a little higher than the other. It's just what I'm used to. When can you get this game on console? I don't know. It'll probably be like 2 years, honestly. We're early development. You could tell because the game looks like it was made 40 years ago. There's like no art or anything. What time we at? We could still race this a little bit. Then I'll show you guys a preview of the new downhill course, and then we'll do. Sutton, I think, wanted us to do. What's it called? I forget the name, but I know what it is. I just have to look. Model ships.
I don't know if this is an FOV thing, but it looks like my bike and rider just shrunk down like a bunch.
What? Huh. Might be FOV. I know, like in third person, if your FOV is really high, it starts looking really weird. And like then the rider, you know, and then if you zoom out in the drone, the rider looks tiny.
For all of our
should get,
viewers, we are going to add separate FOV sliders too, where it doesn't affect all the cameras.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because I realize I like flying the drone at like a very, very, very low FOV, like almost as low as it goes.
Yeah, you can get some pretty good shots with that.
Yeah, PC, Mac, Linux currently, not on consoles. Free playtest on Steam if you guys want. Yeah, Tails, I was kind of throwing you under the bus. Not really. I just said if we start talking controllers, Tails will hop in here and start telling people what to do. I'm still waiting for that stick drift you always talk about on the Xbox Elites, and I've had them for years and never had it, so, you know. I feel like the stick drift issue on this controller is one of those things where like 4 people had it, and then they were just very vocal, and now everyone thinks it has bad stick drift. But I've had 2, and I've never had an issue. Or maybe you guys are just rough on your stuff. Maybe I'm just good at caressing these sticks. You know, I've been married a long time. I'm really good at caressing and being gentle.
Yeah, I've never had that either. I don't know, but I like on the Elite controllers you can tighten the I don't know, like the weight you have to put on it.
On the sticks?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever adjusted it. How do you even do it?
Well, mine came with like a little key. Like you have to pop off the stick cap, and there's like a flathead.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you just twist that.
Yeah. I like it for like MX Bikes, MX Simulator. It's kind of like hardware input smoothing.
Yeah. Is Crank still just playtest, or can you buy the game with money? You can join our Patreon and get access to like what we're playing now, all our development builds, but the full game's not out yet. Are there any whip physics? It's all free physics, so you can throw the bike around. We still need to work on some like camera work and animations with the whips, but yeah, it's all free physics based, kind of like MX Bikes in a way. Not just Descenders. Gibson feels very different than Descenders. Free playtest if you want to go compare it for yourself. Do you ever get the pumping mechanics? I mean, there is kind of like pumping naturally, like you know, like you kind of find downsides and try to land gaps and stuff like that, but there's no like artificial pumping mechanic where if you hit a button at a certain time in a transition, it like gives you a boost like a lot of other games do. There's nothing like that. Maybe we'll add something like that if we get like BMX racing in the game at some point or something. But for now, we don't think it's super important. I think there's already enough depth in the gameplay. You know, adding a pumping mechanic on top of everything is just kind of a little too much. I already can't keep up with the top guys. I don't need more stuff to make me slower. The game's called Cranked. Please add an option to turn off controller vibrations. Yeah, that's in it. Like, Hodge has a task right now with a bunch of settings, and there's like only a couple left that he hasn't added, and one of them is toggle for controller vibrations. Even though you guys are wrong, you should leave it on, because we're going to work on making them feel much better. And if you do haptics correctly, it gives the player feedback, just like a real bike. You know, when you're riding your real bike, you can feel it moving underneath you. So my plan is to do the haptics in such a nice way that, like, based on what you're feeling, is giving you kind of feedback on what if you're doing the right thing, the wrong thing, what kind of terrain you're on. Are you slipping? Are you not?
I want my hands to be numb after my first lap down the hill.
There you go. Just like if you play, you know, if you play a racing sim with like a full wheel and pedals and you have no feedback, that feels disgusting. No one ever plays like that. So I'm kind of the same feeling with controller. Whenever I do like sim racing in my, like, so every now and then the wheel would like break and not have haptics, and it would like, it feels so weird. That was a terrible line. We're gonna go with it though. Free whip physics have been a great experience for testing different riding styles. Yeah, and I think once we like polish stuff up better, and it's just gonna get even more interesting. I know Hodge has ideas on how to make the whips even better, and scrubs.
Yeah, it's gonna look sick. It's gonna feel sick. They're just gonna be overall sick.
That was a sick line. We're gonna say sick a lot in this stream.
I'm I'm like 20 seconds off your time. There's no way I'm going to get higher than that.
4 seconds off my own time right now. This is a horrible run. But if we get the last wood section on-off table thing, I'll gain at least 3 seconds there. What is your guy's name? My name is Joe, and Hodge is the other guy. I think we have our names listed on the TikTok stream. And on the YouTube one. I saw Nico and Specialized Junior right out at Rock Creek. Oh, that's cool. We got the Frameworks bike in here. You should have said, hey, Nico, have you played Cranked yet? I don't even know if they've tried the game, but they let us put their bike in here. So thanks, Frameworks. I straight up just hit the tree. You know, I didn't even try to avoid it. I was like, I'll just hit it. Oh, what is your guys' game? Wait. Oh, I can't read, dude. I was trying to read and play at the same time. Wait. He says, wait, is this your guys' game? Yes. Yes, this is. Do a couple more laps on this trail, then we're going to switch it up. Wonderful game. Thanks. Thanks, Vaughn. Oh, yeah, green lights, but coming in slow. Nope, hit the rock wrong. Would play for hours. I'm telling you, dude, it gets addicting. Want to try this con? If you're on PC, Mac, or Linux, you can try it. Free on Steam. Free playtest. Is this Descenders? No, it's a game called Crank that we're working on. Feels a lot different than Descenders. Looks ugly right now, but this is all placeholder stuff on this map. I felt pretty fast. Let's see where we're at here. Second back. That's okay. Yeah, you're on PC. Check it out, dude. Go to Cranked on Steam and download the free playtest. There's a demo map with like 5 or 6 trails in there. A couple of them are hidden. If you hit the start button on your controller, you can see the leaderboards and fast travel to any of them. That was a weird line, but we're going with it.
Finally starting to memorize the rock sections. I feel like that's where I'm losing all my time at.
Yep. The hard part on this trail is really the rock gardens. There's like 3 kind of like rooty rock gardens. What? Doesn't look ugly. This is cool art style. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think, Makai, I think if Maggie comes in here, just replaces the textures with the new textures, replaces the trees with the new trees, adds the lighting and some of the post-processing effects, and like leave it at that for now, I think even that would make it look a lot better. And she could probably do that pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is just a straight up stock Unity right now.
Are y'all going for a more animated look, or are y'all going to change the graphics? Here you go. Let me show you what we're going for. The demo map, if you guys get the free... Dude, there's like a hair itching me. Did the game just crash on me again? Yeah. If you get the free playtest on Steam, the demo map, which I'm about to show you, is more in line with the graphic style we're going for. So let me load it up here. Are there any new maps? No. So this is more kind of the vibe we're going for here. Obviously, it'll still work in progress and things will change, but looks a lot better than the other map, no doubt. And this is the new flow trail that I made and finished this week. Monday, I think we released the rest of it. So let me do one run down here, then I'll show you guys a teaser of the new downhill trail. And then Hodge and I will go on to the next race. And that's how you clear the step up. Everyone's like, I can't do the step up. Pfft, that's how you do it right there. Whee! Same with this. A lot of people like can't get on there. That's how you get on there. I should make it easier though. So, little hip right here. See if I can clear it. Throw a little whip. Ooh, that was sketch. You guys should add a favela map. That's planned for map number 2. We want to do like a urban kind of favela style for map number 2. Okay, should we go for the Manny line? Oh, we did it, but I hit a rock, but it's fine. Oh, it was close. It was close. Is this Mavericks? No, this is not Mavericks. This is called Cranked. Try it out. Free playtest on Steam if you want. And here's the new section. Here's the new flow trail section. I don't know if I have speed. Yeah, we do. Oh, this section's so much fun. Till you crash. Been playing here lately, but my camera goes way down in the frame. Oh yeah, if you want to fix that, go into your settings, go over to gameplay, go down to seat vertical and pop that up. Mine's at 0.2, so it doesn't go down. If you have that down lower, sometimes the camera will go down low. So just raise that seat vertical number up and you'll get rid of that.
I feel like we got to fix the default on that because
Yeah.
I think the default, like the stim is in your face the whole time.
Yeah, we definitely should. Come on, get on there. There we go. I made a cave. You guys should be proud of me because I didn't know how to do any of this a month ago. Man, I'm really making this flow trail look like crap. You have 300 hours in Descenders. Does this play similar? Yeah, you'll feel at home playing this, like control-wise and stuff. But the physics are quite different. Physics in here are more grippy. They're not slippy. You have way more control. It's more responsive and reactive to your inputs. But yeah, just give it a spin. See what you think. You know, most of the team are real riders, and me specifically, it's been kind of my dream to make this game, mostly because I was never satisfied with the games out there. I didn't think they felt like actual mountain biking, so that's what we're trying to do. I'm going to try to switch over while Hodge is still running that and show you guys a preview of something, if I can make it work. Oh, you know, it's probably easier if I just hit. Well, that might screw things up. Let's see. I'm going to try something. It might screw something up, but well, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Things are kind of screwed up right here, but it doesn't matter. You'll see. I'm going to show you a preview of the new trail, and then I'll go back to not a screwed up thing. I need to go fly to the start, but I want to give you guys a sneak preview, especially over you guys on the Red app, of the new... we'll do one lap on the new downhill trail. It should get racing into it. Hopefully, we'll release it to Patreon members next week. We'll do one lap on here, and then Hodge will go back to racing. Hodge and I. Whoops. All right, starts here. And it's incredibly fun. My new favorite trail. Meant to be kind of like proper downhill style with some like grassy sections, which are fun. There's a 6 side hit right there. Whoa, that was a horrible line. Have you seen this yet, Hodge?
Yeah, I played it a bit when we booted up today.
Nice. This is the little grassy section. Super fun.
I just do all my testing on that demo map for whatever reason.
Huh. Oh. Yeah, these grass sections are cool. There's like different ruts you can take. There's a sick gap right here, which I missed. It's really techy. It's one thing we're focused on in this game is really making tech work. I feel like no other mountain bike game has proper tech. You know, if you really pay attention, especially for like career mode type stuff and Descenders or Riders Republic, any of those games, the trails are always very smooth. Physics does not handle rough stuff well. That's one thing we've spent a ton of time working on, and we're still working on it, is, you know, making the rough stuff feel good. And I'm not making it look good right now. I just had horrible lines. This section's really fun and fast and flowy. This is where it connects you to a previous existing trail. Those little switchbacks are super fun. And then right here, this cuts into an old trail that was never used for racing, but it's been here for a while. And I've been waiting for this to have racing on it because it's a fun little like single track techie trail. Hit this gap. Game's very playful, encourages you to like hop around, jump around a lot, move the bike around. It's all with the 2 sticks. No canned animations. You're just kind of like getting loose with it. See if we can hit this gap. I usually screw it up. Oh, yeah, that's bad. No, we're good. We're good. And then this comes into the trail that Hodge and I are about to start racing. This is model ships starting right now. So we're going to start racing this trail in a second. So model ships will be like a smaller version of kind of this longer downhill trail. But anyway, I want to show you guys the new trail. And then this is model ships and it ends. That's it. So you saw the new section, but I want to go back to the other screen where you can see both of us. We'll stop this. Go back to this. Just double check chat. Are you on the Steam? Oh, you're talking to him. How many of the trails are going to be based on real ones? Probably. I mean, none of them are like replica trails because we're kind of making our own map, our own environment, our own whatever. But when the game is out and successful and things are, you know, we've got some traction, then it'll be a lot easier to reach out to trails, bike parks, whatever, and start making replica stuff. I might try to start making one behind the scenes secretly soon. We'll see. What else? I think there needs to be a cactus in the game. Yeah. Well, we'll do a desert map eventually. That's my mom over there. She knows I fell into 2 cactuses in a week, and my hands are still jacked up. Like I can't. The tips of my fingers have a few that I can't get out, and like every time I touch something, I feel them, and it's the worst thing ever. It sucks. So don't fall into a prickly pear, guys. Don't recommend it. Let's go to what's the new one we're doing? Model ships. Let's go race model ships a bit.
Yeah, I already started.
Since Stream has a transformer layer for controller input. Wait, what? You already started. That's cool. I have a 125. No, I have a 42. Have you run your hands under cold water yet? I've tried like soaking in like warm water with Epsom salts. I haven't like tried cold water. Is cold water better? I've tried so many different strategies. I've tried the Elmer's glue trick. Some research studies show that the best way to get rid of them was like cover your hand in Elmer's glue, cover it in gauze, let it sit and dry for 30 minutes, then peel off the gauze with the glue, and that's supposed to like pull them out. That didn't work. So I don't know. All right, I haven't raced this trail in a while. It's gonna take me a minute to like get up to speed on this one.
Definitely seems a lot easier than the other one.
Think so? Then which one? Then the last one we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely easier than Siggy. I think Siggy's probably the hardest. I think it's harder than the first one we did though, Fledging. Oh, I've never hit that gap. That was the closest I think I've ever gotten right there. Usually cold water works for me when removing prickles or gas. Okay, good. I'm going to try that. I'll soak later in warm water or cold water and then see if I can get them to come out. Problem is, like, I can't even see some of them. Like, I feel them, and then I went out and bought a magnifying glass and everything with like a light. I have tweezers, and it's like I still can't get some of them. There's like 2 that I want out. If I get these 2, I'm fine with the rest. There's some in my palm that I can see, but I don't really feel those. Yeah, it's a pain. Guys, don't fall on cactus when you go ride. TikTok Tuck, have I seen a doctor? No. I could, I guess, but that requires me to see a doctor. I should go see like a dermatologist probably. Anyway, I got new pedals now. The reason, the 2 times I've fallen is mostly because the pedals I've been using. So, Crank Brothers, you suck. I'm going back to SPD Shimano stuff.
Oh man, that's what I run.
Which ones? Crank Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just, I don't like that. Like, here's my issues. I've been running the same pair for like 10 years or something, and they got really worn in and nice, and like I'm used to them being worn in and kind of loose, and that's how I like it. And then I bought new shoes and put new cleats on, and the new cleats now are like going from like a 10-year-old pair of cleats to a brand new pair. it feels like totally different pedals. And because with Crank Brothers, there's no custom, like you can't tune the tension at all. It's just like one setting. I can't get used to like the new cleats. So I'm going to go back to a pair of pedals that has tunability so I can just like lower the tension while the cleats are new.
Yeah.
And then as they get older, I can crank it back up. Poison Ivy. Oh, that would suck too. Poison Ivy, yeah. Yeah, I ordered 1-up pedals, 1-up clip pedals. They're not made by Shimano, but they work with Shimano SPD. They look really nice. They came in blue, which was, you know, I'm trying to do this nice aesthetic of green and blue on my bike. Got the blue grips on now, and I'm gonna have the blue pedals. So, you know, it's all about how you look, not how you actually ride.
Look pro,
Everyone
go
knows
slow.
that. Yeah. Any thoughts on free riding the game, not just racing? Oh yeah, we'll have free riding for sure. You know, we got to dial in the core riding and race. That's why we focus a lot on racing. Well, here's a couple reasons we focus on racing. One is because you know, when we were making this game, no other mountain bike game was really focusing on racing. Now you could say Mavericks is, but it's still not super competitive. You can't like pick who you race against. You can't even browse the leaderboards. There's a lot of things they're doing that, you know, I want to do differently. So that was one reason we want to focus on racing. Also, I just think racing's more fun. I also enjoy watching mountain bike racing more than I like watching mountain bike freeride stuff. I just think to me, it's way more impressive seeing some dude fly down a trail like UCI World Cup trail. I mean, it's insane. Like, it's so gnarly. Freeride's cool in, you know, its own respect, but for me personally, I just like racing better. And I think racing is more of the core foundation of riding, and like, so if you can dial that in first, get the physics feeling good, you know, then later on you can add tricks and all that stuff, you know, because the tricks will just go on top of the core riding and the physics. So we need to dial in the core stuff first and wait till that's feeling solid, which it's very close now. And then once that's done, then we can move on to tricks. But we do have a public roadmap. If you join our Discord or even free version of Patreon, you can see the link to our roadmap. And if you look at that, you'll see that tricks aren't even... I don't even think they're listed on there. They're really not. We're not really planning on adding proper like animated tricks until after the game's out. So it'll come in an update. That might be like Crank 2.0, you know. Riders Republic? Nah, Riders Republic doesn't have proper racing. I know they have racing, but it's not the kind of racing you do in real life. Like, they don't, unless it's changed. I haven't played it since a long time. But you know, when I was playing, it was like these mass races with collisions and all this kind of stuff, and that's not how real world racing works. So they have like downhill courses now with time attack and you know, kind of like how it is in real life, one guy on a course at a time, racing against other people's times on a leaderboard, global leaderboards. Pick who you want to race against. I'm not sure if they have all that stuff, but last I played they did not. I think the best mountain bike game for racing, you know, up until we've been around, was Lonely Mountain Downhill. I think they did a good job of it, but it's a very different style of game. This is Unity, not Unreal. What's the difference from this and Descenders? There's a free playtest for Cranked right now, so if you want to just go try it out yourself, you can answer that question yourself. But physics are completely different. Core loop will be different. Career mode will be different. You know, no procedurally generated levels or anything like that. It's all handcrafted stuff. Trails, open world. That's the gist. More focus on racing, less focus on other things. Man, I cannot do that section like you fast guys. That's hard. I wish this marker here was a little wider. Oh, I screwed that up. Did you ever add a unicycle? Yeah. I'd add a unicycle, and I'd also add I want to do a tandem bike with your friends. One person gets one side of the, like half the controls, the other person gets the other half of the controls, and together you have to like figure out how to get down the hill. I think it'd be hilarious.
So I was trying to figure out how that's going to work.
Yeah, just cut the controller in half. Like Hodge, you would get like left stick, left trigger. I would get right stick, right trigger. So like I would get leaning and jumping and braking, and you get pedaling, steering, and leaning back and forth.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
It's gonna be fun. It might be hard to do though because of like input lag and whatever. But if we could pull it off, it'd be cool. But definitely not something that's gonna be in 1.0. All right, I'm feeling fast. Sutton or Sutton, whatever. What rock are you guys jumping off of right there? I think that's the problem is I'm like hitting the wrong rock. Let me go fly over here, see if you guys can tell me. Do you think at one point your game is going to be better than Matt Stone's game? I mean, if you want to ask me honestly, I like this game way better already. So, what rock are you guys hopping off of? Is it this? Because I know you guys come up here, or are you going out this way? Yeah, see, Leon says it already is. I mean, if you ask people in our community, they're going to tell you Crank's more fun than Mavericks, but it's a very different game. It's a different style, so you got to try them both, see which one's more for you. Right rock. This rock? This big longy? Or are you hitting this sucker? I'm going to sit here. Is it on Xbox? Not yet. Someday. I think it's the longy. Okay, cool. All right. Ow. See, I just pulled the trigger and I hit that thorn in my finger and that hurt. I have to like learn how to re-grip so I don't grip where the thorn is. Oh. What are you most excited to change in the physics or adjust with the physics or polish with the physics, Hodge?
I think some of the leaning can be fixed on some cases. Like I was thinking of one of the trails on the demo map. Like if you get on some of the rocks, like it'll
Tilt
lean
you?
kind of weird and then like throw you off your line.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't you? As far as bug goes, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to fixing. But I don't know. Yeah, I think just like overall steez of the game. Like I feel like it's pretty straight line now, but I feel like the bike could be a little bit more freer and interact with the ground a little bit better.
Yeah.
Kind of working under you.
Yeah. Feels a little floaty.
Whips and stuff too.
Yeah, like sometimes it feels like, like you're kind of floating above the ground instead of on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you feel about like tires? Like, I guess you kind of are floating above the ground right now. Any plans to try to like make the tire squish and make it feel like there's air pressure in there, you think? Or is that too much work for no return?
I don't know if it makes sense to try to do that in physics, but we can definitely do like visuals. Like that'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Just have a shader on the tire because, I mean, realistically, like it's not really gonna matter. Like if you have like a little bit softer suspension, or if you try to add like tire pressure on top of that, it's gonna do the same exact thing. So it's better off just tuning the suspension how you want it.
Yeah. I definitely. How do you feel about the suspension? Like I have my thoughts, but I'm curious what you think.
I don't know. I feel like I want a little bit more squish to it, but
Same.
I don't know. I feel like that might like make it more crash prone.
Think so?
I don't know.
Why would it make it more crash prone?
Because you'd be bottoming it out easier. We need like a.
Well, you could put more tokens in the fork. Is that a motocross thing or is that just mountain biking? In mountain biking, like there are these things called tokens. So what it does is the more tokens you add, the more the suspension will like, it gets progressively stiffer throughout the travel. So we could make the first like 3/4 of it squishier, but you keep the last quarter of it like super stiff. So it helps with those like big heavy bottom outs.
Yeah. I don't know if we have that motocross, but definitely like adding like a heavier fork oil or spring inside there. Messing with the compression, rebound dampening, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I I know that's a little bit similar to mountain biking, but I know like my fork on my bike has like a air on one side and like a spring on the other. I don't know. I don't really know.
You
Haven't
probably
taken
have
them apart,
rebound
but
underneath. Yeah, it might have come with, depending on what it was, it might have either come with some tokens or none at all. But I know my bike came with like 4 tokens in there. They're just like these little plastic things that you can like, you open up. You have to have a special tool to like open up the top, and then they're in there and you pull them out. But I had way too many, and I was like never using full travel because it was so stiff at the end of the travel, so I had to remove a bunch. Man, I can't get a fast time. Yeah, I'll eventually come to console, Zach, but it'll be a while. We're still very, very early in development. It's not Descenders, this is called Cranked. It feels very different. There's a free playtest on Steam if you guys want to try it out. Add densities to trails, so that would make sense as a feature. Ground materials. Yeah, that's another thing Hodge and I have talked a lot about, is we want to get that done sooner than later as well. We'll probably do that around the same time we do all the third-person kind of physics tweaks, is add a system to make different physics attributes for different ground materials. Like I know Cedric wants to have like hard packed dirt and then like a loose dirt that's a little more slippery, loam. I want to have gravel, rock, grass, maybe 2 types of grass, like a long grass and then like a ridden, like matted down kind of grass. You know, so if we can create a system inside Unity that just has a bunch of different like physics values we can tweak, then Cedric and I can go in there and just kind of tweak them until we find good values for all the different textures, and then assign them to different textures. And then whenever we put those textures down on the trails, you'll get those like physics attributes with them. And then same with for modding, like, you know, modders will be able to have access to all that stuff as well. The game crashed.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Any thoughts on that?
I don't know why.
On the textures and ground materials?
No, I think it's very important to have that kind of stuff, and like the implementation like design wise will be pretty easy. But we'll definitely have to experiment with the physics aspect, and probably involve the community a lot there, just to get their opinions on it, and we can tweak from there.
What we could do, and this is a perk to joining Patreon, we did this in Mad Skills Motocross, is have a debug menu in the game. Like we could release a version with a debug menu and show all those sliders, and you guys could get in there and mess around and be like, oh dude, I messed around, I like this at these values, I think this would feel good for loam, blah blah blah. Or I think that'd be kind of a fun thing to do and get you guys involved if you want to be. Because hopefully, you know, like in Mad Skills Motocross, it was the same way, and we only did like a couple, you know, I think we just did sand and dirt, but I think if we've got like attraction and friction and like, I don't know, if there's like 4 or 5 different values with sliders that you can adjust, I think it'd be really easy to make a bunch of different feeling terrain types.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm never gonna get a better multiplayer D-Varg. Come later. You ride a Stark Varg or something? You got any interest in getting an electric dirt bike one day, Hodge? What do you think?
I think it'd be cool. They're a little expensive right now. I think it's like
price
13,
wasn't a
14
thing though.
grand.
Like, are you in the boat of like it's cool new technology and that's cool, or it's like engines first, bro? I gotta smell the smoke of a 2-stroke, you know? Like what?
I'd say I'm kind of on the fence. Like I love my ICE engines, internal combustion engine, but yeah, I don't know. I think the tech is cool, and it's got like insane horsepower too. 80 horsepower the Varg does, so definitely a lot more torque there, and better for like sound regulations and stuff like that. That's kind of a problem. Like people move close to these tracks and then complain about it, like they didn't know it was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could be good for that.
I would like it like just for ease of maintenance. Like I've been driving EVs for our cars since I think 2019 now, so 7 years. And like I'll never not own an EV. I would like to have, you know, I want to have sports cars and stuff in the future someday that are ICE cars. And I think ICE cars are cool, but I think having an EV is just like low maintenance. Don't have to go to the gas station. Don't like that side of a dirt bike for me would be cool because I don't want to have to like change the oil filter and the oil and the air filter and not like, the All brothers are like changing their oil after every race. I'm like, dude, I don't got time for that nonsense.
Yeah. I definitely I'm not on that level. I do it like every couple hours, like change oil and stuff like that, depending on how hard I rode, but it's almost a little bit therapeutic, like sitting out in the garage and
Yeah.
kind of tinkering on your bike. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see it both ways for sure.
Plus, dude, I've heard not that I would ever be riding moto and throwing big whips, but I heard like the physics of an e-bike, like like the Stark, like the way that dude Evans can throw whips, he says, is only because the way that the physics are with that bike. Like you can't throw them that big on a ice engine, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick Thomasounis is one of those big whippers too, and he just he does some crazy stuff on that thing. Like
Isn't
almost
one
like
of
a
the
270 and then brings it back.
One of the Hill brothers mess around on them a lot too, or no? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, Josh Hill rides a lot of the electric bikes, Stark, and I think he raced like a Suron Super B or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know.
Someone earlier asked if we played MX bikes, but yeah, Hodge here plays way more than I do, but we're both MX bikes players.
Yeah, I've been playing MX bikes since it came out, basically 2015, and a lot of the people that I work with were some of the first modders that got that game going. So I'm very familiar with MX bikes. I have probably like 4,000 hours in it, but yeah, came from MX Simulator 2. That was a big one of mine. Used to race pro in there for a few years on MX Simulator, and so definitely familiar with the simulation moto games.
Someone asked if there's a way to show FPS, and I think the most recent build, if you hit tilde key, does it show it, or is it not in this recent build? I forget.
Yeah, so it is. If you didn't open the demo scene up first, it probably won't be in there.
I don't even have a tilde key, so I can't.
No, you don't.
I got the little keyboard, and then I tried to like remap one, and it just every time I try to use it, it screws up and does some like weird Discord overlay thing instead. So I gave up.
Yeah.
But if you guys have like
move
NVIDIA,
that to F1 or something.
yeah, if you guys have NVIDIA stuff too, you can do Alt Z, and then you can go to like this statistic overlay. I don't know if it'll show up on stream. A lot of times it doesn't. But then you can see what time we got.
I like the one in Steam. You can enable the Steam one. I have it going right now. I don't know if it's showing, but let's see some pretty good performance graphs there.
What else do you want to talk about? I'm trying to think what else I'm excited for in this game. For me, the things I'm most excited for, obviously, is the big ones. Multiplayer and modding. I can't wait to get modding in just because I want to see what you guys can create. And I think it'll be fun to kind of get new content that we can play while we wait for us to get the rest of the game done. Also, like a lot of the third person, like making third person feel good. Like I don't, someone in the comment a little bit ago was asking me to play third person, but like I just don't like playing it because it doesn't feel great yet. Feels kind of loose and out of control a bit. I don't know. So we got a lot of work to do there, which I'm excited for. You think, and we could talk about that, you think a lot of the problems with third person now is the camera,
I
right?
think it's solely the camera. Yeah.
So
Well, I would say the camera and also the rider animations.
what's wrong? Like, what would you do to the camera to make it better?
So the camera to me feels a little bit squishy. Like it's not as responsive as like the first person camera. I don't know. It seems like it's kind of just locked to the rider almost, but it needs to be a little bit more dynamic.
Gotcha.
And I'm not really a fan of. I mean, I understand the reason why you told me so it can kind of look over the hills, but I'm not really a fan of like the up and down kind of tracking on the rider either.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would prefer just to have a better default, and then also have some nice like third person camera settings like we have for the first person ones, so players can kind of customize it to their liking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's no way that I can play like this. This is
yeah, it's so hard to play. If you take the FOV and like, if I move the FOV quite a bit, it gets a little better. But you know, that's another thing I think that'll set our game apart from a game like Mavericks or Riders Republic, is we're gonna have a lot of these. You know, we're like, we're gamers. Like, we've been gamers our whole life, and also riders. So kind of the dorkiness of a gamer who wants all these little customizable settings and different things. Like, we want those things, and we know the community does too. So I think a lot of those things are going to be kind of present here, but absent from those other games. Like, you can customize the camera, the first person camera here already so much. I don't know. I like to have little, I feel like indie apps, indie games, there's always like a million more settings than you get from like some AAA game or AAA whatever, you know.
Like with the third person camera, I'd like to see more the inside when you're turning, like the inside of the bike.
Yeah. I think
then you get a little bit more feel for like what the front wheel is doing.
Yeah. And I also think the pivot point in turning is odd. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. The pivot point needs to be fixed, I think. The pedaling animation for sure needs to be fixed. But I think the camera in Street Dog's super nice too. Like, if once we get free riding and tricks in the game, if our camera like felt and kind of looked like Street Dog BMX does, I think that'd be sick. Because he does a good job of like moving the camera around when you're doing fakey tricks and stuff. And I feel like I always have like a good view of what's happening. It's not always directly behind me.
Yeah.
Add shadows and better lighting, yeah, for sure. This map has like no art done on it yet. I can't wait for stoppies and stuff. I want to build like nose bonk and like jib different things. You know, like right now you can't really, it's kind of hard to hop. You can kind of hop in a wheelie. You can't really hop like off the front wheel, but I would like to be able to like nose bonk something and then to be able to like compress off and hop.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I feel like I don't know why, but I'm trying to do like hang fives and stuff because I've been playing Street Dog.
Yeah. What do you think of his camera? Do you agree with me that it's good, or are there things about his you don't like?
Oh yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I feel like the better it is, the less you kind of think about it. So
exactly.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints for it.
Yeah. I just love the freedom.
Does he have
of
a
movement
first person
in
mode
this game.
too?
No, he's very anti first person. Like when I think I first sent him the crank like playtest, and his first thing was like, "You need third person, dude." He's like, "That's all I can play." Oh, come on, make the gap. I don't think I got it. Nope. How to need to play this immediately? If you have Steam, go check out the free playtest. You can play right now. Let me quickly look through chat. I know I've been ignoring you guys. Sorry. Brian's not here. He does a good job with that. Am I crazy for doing mountain bike on the Aventon Pace 500? I don't know what that is. I have no suspension other than the air in the tires. Oh, nice, dude. Fully rigid. I've seen some people crush on fully rigid single speeds before. Third person right now is good for reverse riding. Yeah, I agree. Fakey stuff. Third person's good. Yeah, actually, on that, how easy does Hodge think the stuff will be to add to the current physics, or does it need quite a rework? What do you think?
So I was actually looking at some stuff last night, and a lot of the current physics. So up front, I did not do anything with the physics, and like I didn't create like a current physics, and so it's a lot different than the approach I would have taken. So it's gonna be a little difficult to adapt to that, but I think once I get in there and kind of fully understand how everything works, it'll be more simple to kind of add and change things as we go.
Thoughts on BMX Streets? I like BMX Streets. I wouldn't say I love BMX Streets. I think it's a great game, and I like what the dude's doing. But it's hard for me to find the flow in that game. I'm just not good at it. That's what it's a me problem, not a his problem. I don't have time to like dedicate many hours to a single game these days, other than Cranked. So I just can't play that one enough to like really be amazing at it. When I do like nail down a line, it feels amazing and it's great. But I think it's easier for me to hop in something like Street Dog, a little more arcadey, easier to kind of get going and remember what I was doing.
I personally love it. I love the simulation aspect to it. I'm more of like a flow rider though. I don't really do like tricks unless it's like a tail whip or a bar spin or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like hitting the dirt jumps and stuff like that. It's feels pretty rewarding.
I need to play it more. I haven't put enough time into it. Please add a drone camera photo mode. Yeah, we already have a drone. It'll be reworked. It was thrown in here very quickly. We'll do a replay photo mode. Yeah, that's something I want to talk to you about actually, Hodge. We're probably gonna, do the replay. You were saying Adam Hunt and Street Dog used like a third-party thing. Do you know how much work that would be? Like, do we have to customize it a ton, or is it kind of like what he has was just kind of like dropped in, or is there a lot of work to do?
So, just getting like the recording part is pretty easy, and like a simple playback. I actually haven't used his replay mode yet, but to do like keyframe animations and stuff like that, that'll take quite a bit of work to do. I don't like using the word easy, but it'll be pretty trivial to kind of do that. It's just gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah. He is in Unity, so I don't know if we can, send him a box of chocolates or something for some code.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how ingrained it is into his systems, you can definitely probably, maybe he can build us an asset package or at least tell us how he did it.
Yeah.
So again, kind of build off that.
Ooh. MD Crazy free ride will it be multiplayer? Yeah, multiplayer we're gonna start working on the next probably month or so. Yeah, how much time you think before we start on multiplayer?
Not long. I just I'd like to get the rest of this menu stuff done, and then some of this kind of the boring tasks and bugs and stuff like that, and then I think we should be able to start on it.
Nice. Whoops. Man, I suck at this trail. Well, skate release with no keyframes, so you know. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I do like he's got like keyframe editor. You could change like focal length. You can make it a fisheye. You can change the speed, whether it's like in slow-mo or sped up. There's quite a lot of like things you can do with his replay editor, which is pretty fun. At first I was kind of overwhelmed by it, but after I messed around with it a bit, it's actually not that bad.
Mm. Yeah, and really all the keyframe editor is just camera transforms. So you just have to have a system in place to kind of control your scene cameras and like FOV and position, rotation, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how you guys are doing these crazy gaps on this trail. I just can't get it. Should we go to a new trail? Are you sick of this one? Or are you still vibing?
Yeah, I think I'm tapped out on this one.
All right, you pick the next.
Oh man.
Later, Minty. It's going to be online or cross-pay. Yeah, it'll be online. I would like it to be cross-play. You'll be able to play online or offline with friends, not like my plan is however you want to play, you can play that way. Hodge is like, fuck.
Yeah, did we already play Lefty?
No.
Okay, let's go that one. Oh wait, is this the one that's really hard?
It's a jump trail.
The jumps and stuff.
Yeah.
I was looking at the 4-minute one. I was like, there's no way I'm getting down this hill.
Oh, Prancy Stardust?
Yeah.
It's Prancer and Siggy Stardust combined.
Oh, okay.
Prancer's not bad. Now that I made some of the jumps a little easier. But once you get to the Siggy Stardust part, then it's like, yeah, it gets hard. Huh, looks kind of weird. I guess it's like a new FPV game. I mean, it's third person too. What looks weird about it? Yours truly. There's free playtest on Steam if you want to try it out. The feedback has been crazy positive though. Trying to make a game that feels more like real riding compared to the other games on the market. Trying to just capture the essence of flowing, hopping around, tech riding, freedom of movement, a lot of control with the bike, free physics, no canned animations, stuff like that. Should I download it? Yeah, I should. It's free. Why would you not? It's only like a couple gigs. All it costs is a little bit of hard drive space. See if we get better time. Nope, that was way slower. Oh, not leaving yet, just checking time. Gotcha. Old school split screen. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, it'd be nice for console, but it's not in the plans and probably not something we'll do.
I don't remember the last time I played split screen.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I don't know. I don't think people do it a lot. So I think it's a lot of work for something that doesn't get used often. Because you're kind of running like 2 instances of the game at the same time, which is very performance heavy. But now if we do the tandem bike mode, I think a local tandem bike mode could work to where it's, you know, 1 instance of the game and you can see both riders and you're both controlling with 2 different controllers. Like that would work. What has changed or added in the last couple of months? Lots of stuff. A lot of different, you know, new trails have been added to this map. We redid the entire menu system. Well, Hodge did. So this whole menu system, the ability to rebind all your keys, proper keyboard controls are now into the game. More settings have been added. The demo map. Let me show you the demo map real quick. The demo map is completely different looking. If you haven't seen the game in months, this will probably look quite different to you. We've added some new trails on the demo map. Like I'll go show you Cody Bear's a new trail. So yeah, we've been busy. A lot of the stuff we've been doing lately though is kind of like boring, like new settings and working on build servers and kind of things like that. The next big thing we're going to tackle is multiplayer. Whoops. Yeah, a lot of new trails. New trails are always being added. Antgrass, Cedric usually adds 3 trails a month is kind of our goal. Go back to the other map, but there's a little preview of what's changed. Did you get a time yet?
No. I keep coming up short on a lot of these jumps.
Are you hopping early?
Yeah. I just think I gotta learn the trail.
Yeah.
I feel like my bike is kind of turning weird in the air. I don't have that rotation assist on.
Huh. Weird.
I don't know.
Talon says we need to update the graphics a little. Yeah, this is the map that's currently in development, so the graphics haven't been worked on much. It's actually quite a bit. It's a pain in the butt to, like, if Maggie came in here, our artist, and made it look really pretty, and then you go back and add trails, it's annoying because you have to, like, cut down the trees and remove stuff, and it's a lot easier to design stuff when it's very barren. So that's what we're doing. We're coming in here first, designing all the trails. Once those are all kind of in and set in stone, then Maggie will come in later and make it look good and make it feel like an actual living, breathing bike park. So this is kind of like our map that's in development. But I think we'll do some like quick basic fixes to make it look prettier here soon. She's working on some new routes, some new route textures and things. So proper like route. Oh, there goes the crash again. And when she's done with that, I think working on the new branded gear. There's a big gear brand coming in the game, which we'll announce once we get it in the game. And then maybe after that, she'll start working on the open world map. We need to get the chairlifts in there, bring in the bike shop. She wants to polish up the bike shop. The bike shop is where you're going to customize your rider and your bike. We'll get all that in there. So she's got a lot of work coming.
I'm excited for customization.
Yeah, me too.
Especially with the real life brands that add sort of like validation to the game. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely makes it feel like more authentic or whatever, like more connected to the mountain bike scene. Especially because some of the other mountain bike games don't even have real world brands. It's all just made up brands. Come on, get down there. Go. It's hard for me to get fast times on this trail. I'm not fast on this trail at all. This game has been developed for like a whole year. It's not quite 274 days, I think I said. 278. Not in development, at least. Not even a full year. And a lot of that time, we only had 2 people working on the projects. So I'd say it's pretty fun, pretty good for less than a year. How is this different from Descenders? Go check out the free playtest and feel for yourself. Physics are absolutely completely different. Core loop will be different. Our vision for the game is different. It's more grounded in reality, a little bit more realistic. Sim KD, but you know, trying to make it feel more like real riding, more control, more grippy. A lot of focus on racing. Ascenders doesn't really give 2 craps about racing. It's a game by a bunch of mountain bikers. So making no glowing skins. Yeah, no cow suits. Like, you know, a little more of a realistic while stylized mountain bike game. I think Descenders is fun and it's awesome, and like it was the only mountain bike game we had for a very, very long time. But if you really try to like compare it to real mountain biking, I think it falls short. What up, Taylor?
I'm not putting on a great showing right now. I haven't even made a time yet.
I'm trying. Not doing great either. I haven't made a better time. Is this game on console yet? No. Check back in like 2 years and maybe it will be. Oh, that was bad. Is the full version coming out? I don't know. Year, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 years. Probably like a year. Early access in a yearish. Maybe earlier. How much will it be? Every time someone asks that, I raise the price $1. So I think we're at like $442 now. Nah, probably like 25 to 35. But I don't know. It's too early to like name prices and release dates. We're not like most studios that develop a game behind closed doors for a couple years and then say it comes out in 3 months, blah, blah, blah. Like we're just developing in the open from day one. That was like day 60. But, you know, if you would have seen day 1, you'd laugh because it was bad. Wonder if I have a version of it. I probably do on my computer. We could play one day. Actually, I made a video on our YouTube channel if you guys are curious what day 1 looked like. And there's a video on there for kind of the first 6-month progression. You can check it out. What up, Mom? Maybe I missed it, but where the hell's Brian? Oh, Brian's not here. Brian's out of town, so he wasn't able to do the stream to this week. But Hodge is from Chicago area. Yeah,
I'm gonna be regretting it in a couple days when it gets cold.
Yep. Yeah, my mom moved to Florida. She's like, I'm done with this Chicago nonsense.
Yeah. My mom was thinking of doing the same.
Oh, come on. I missed the gate. Did you make this game? Yes, we are making this game. It's not done yet, but we are 2 of the 4 people making this game. And we hang out here every Thursday. Sometimes I do live streams on other days, but we just like to hang out, talk to you guys, get your feedback. We also hang out a lot in Discord. Like you'll find us in Discord chat, hanging out with people almost on a daily basis. I was in there right before the stream. I think I was in there yesterday. If you guys want to hang out, give us your feedback, talk to us, join the Discord. It's more fun being in the community instead of just kind of, I don't know. I feel like some game devs, they have a community, but they're not really in the community. They're just making a game for a community. Oh, that would have been kind of cool. You should have different ground textures. Yeah, this whole map is all placeholder. None of this art on this map will exist when the game is done. We're just kind of like boxing out the trails right now, getting a rough idea, and then later Maggie will come in and make it look nice. I know Cedric, our level designer, really wants her to get in here soon. He's like, dude, I'm feeling kind of blue, like working on that map all the time. It's like depressing him. Oh, yeah, my mom says it's 81 there. Dang. What is it here today? 66 Fahrenheit? I'm ready for a new trail, dude. I don't like lefty. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm good to switch.
Let's do Prancer, dude. Prancer's the old OG, the classic.
Prancer, right.
Or we could always go to the demo map. If anyone has a request on the demo map. Are you good on any of those trails?
No, I've been trying to get a better time on Shredskagen and what's the other one?
Katlagrotten?
Yeah, that one. I feel like
Good.
I'm really good in the first half of both of them, and then I just fall off at the end.
Yeah. I think Prancer's legit, dude. It's flowy. It's got like kind of some tech, you know, like with these little bumps and stuff. There's not like crazy tech, but mostly a flow trail. Why is Joe's gameplay smoother? Probably because I'm streaming directly from my computer and I'm capturing Hodge's gameplay in Discord and then streaming that, which is going to make it naturally be less smooth.
Yeah, I think I'm only streaming at 30 FPS too, so.
Make different bike types? Yeah, for sure. We will. Our plan for like 1.0 launch is to have 3 bike types at least. Trail, enduro, downhill. Those are the first 3 we plan to do. But it'll be that we'll be rocking the downhill for quite a while. I do have a real branded trail bike lined up to put in the game. So once we're ready, we'll get that in. Then we got to change the physics, which that'll be a whole nother thing. They can't be too different because those bikes need to work on like existing trails, but they definitely will have to have different, you know, they'll have to definitely feel different, but they need to be able to like work in the same game. Can you put this on Steam with the VR option? Maybe VR in the future. I don't know. It's not in the plans right now. Marin? I don't know if Marin would be added. Might be a conflict of interest there because I know Matt Jones rides for them. So, but if they want to get in the game, I'll put them in the game. Right now, I got the Frameworks bike, which I think is the sickest downhill bike in the world. I think my second sickest downhill bike option would be the Santa Cruz V10. I'd love to get Santa Cruz in the game. We'll see. I know they're in Riders Republic, so they're down with getting into video games, but we'll see if they're down with getting into indie video games. Will it be on Steam? Yeah, there's already a Steam playtest up, so if you want to check it out now, you can play the free Steam playtest on our demo map, which looks a lot better than this map. Smaller than this map, but looks good. If you want to get access to this map, you guys can join our Patreon. It's $5 a month. All money goes back into the development, and you get updates, a couple updates a month. New trails and new features, and you guys get to test stuff before other people. What's the specs on your PC and sick bike ideas? Mine, I don't know. I'm running 4090 and some Ryzen something or other. My PC's pretty baller. But this map, like if you join Patreon and get this map runs on a potato. Like I'm getting over 200 FPS right now. Propane would be cool. I agree. What about Common Cell? Yeah, I would love to have Common Cell too, but you know, we got to reach out to all these brands. The bigger the brand, the harder they're going to be to get. But the bigger the game gets, the easier that'll be. So the more people playing, you know, the more people playing, it becomes more of a marketing thing for them. Like if we've got, you know, in the Mad Skills games that we made, it was really easy to get brands in there because we had 500,000 people playing every single day. And when you tell a brand like, hey, look, you're going to get millions, 4 million people see your gear in the game every month, it's a no-brainer for them because they just want their gear to be seen by more people. So the more people that play this game, the easier it's going to be to get brands. I'm going to get a time. See if you can beat it. I got a 2:17.7.
Oh, dude. I'm like 4 seconds off you, 2:21.8.
And my 2:17 is like 6 seconds off my best, by the way.
Jeez.
Good question.
Check out for that first berm.
Yeah, you don't even need, the top guys don't break on this trail, which is mental. I have to break the second S-turn berm. I have to. Good question here. Are you planning on changing the crashing system in the future? In my opinion, it would be cool if you could see the crash in first person and it would only switch to third after falling off the bike. We did have a first person crash camera tested once, and I think it lasted one build, and all the Patreon and everyone, we were like, nope, terrible. So first person crashing is a horrible idea. It sounds cool, but when you do it, it's like very jarring and nausea inducing and well. But Hodge, what do you think? Do you like the crash system, or do you want to change the crash system?
As far as the camera goes, yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. I think you can do that in BMX Streets, and it doesn't feel good. Like, it makes you kind of sick.
Yeah.
But as far as like the actual like crashing system, I think it could use some improvements. I feel like a lot of the crashes I experience, I think it's better now, but they're a little bit random, I would say. Like sometimes you think you're good, but you just explode whenever you land flat.
Yeah.
And you didn't think you were going to. So I think it could definitely be improved there. I think the bones are probably good for it.
I want to
like
see.
Right there, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah. I want to see more interaction between bike and rider. Like right now, the bike and the rider, as soon as you crash, kind of separate. And they're like separate entities. You know, like I want to see rider getting tangled up with the bike and stuff like that. Like more realistic looking crashes, like over the bar type crash. You know, like if you hit a rock right now or a root or something, instead of like going over the bars, you kind of just explode and go wherever. Like I'd like to see like going over the bars and flipping over and things like that.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty neat. I think just kind of off the top of my head here, like you can kind of get the change in velocity, I guess you could say, and for lack of a better word, and kind of apply that force to the rider. Like if the bike stops completely, you just add that forward force to the rider, and they'll go over the bars or to the side or whatever. So
yeah,
get some more interaction there.
Man, it feels like I'm on a fast one, but I'm definitely not. Man, that last S turn is so hard. Downloading right now. Let's go, Leland. Let us know what you think after you give it a whirl. The older I get, the worse words I use. Cranked Intern is here. What up, Julian? Are those Fox shocks? I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Didn't put the name on it because we've only had permission from actual frameworks, but you know, you can use your imagination on what you think those are.
It's a no with a little wink.
Yeah. I can't wait for everything I'm excited to get in the game is some particle effects and stuff, like leaving trails in the dirt and seeing the dust up behind you and roosting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are you good at particle stuff? I think I asked you this. You said no, right?
Yeah, absolutely not. That
Gotcha.
is one of the worst things for me, I think.
Yeah, because Maggie said she's also not great at it. Zach says he's good at it, so maybe we need to get Zach whip up some particles for us.
Yeah. I can get it going, but it just won't look very good.
Lucas, the playtest is free on Steam. The full game's not out yet, but if you guys want access to more than what the playtest has, like the map Hodge and I are playing on has about 20 trails on it. If you want access to this, you could join the Patreon. It's $5 a month, and then you'll be able to download this version. Let me just check chat. Would you ever consider a replay system like Garage Republic I found for creating content, just getting over angles? Yeah, replay system is going to happen for sure. I don't know if it'll be in 1.0 or not, but replay is in the plans. I'd like it to be, if it's not in 1.0, it'll be in like an update very quickly after. Hip jumps, yeah, the hip jumps we're talking about maybe removing the crash from landing sideways and instead just making it like a slide slowdown thing. That way hips would be more possible. I don't know. We got to look at hips again. Maybe Hodge will have some other ideas on how to make hips look better. Hodge's beard is better than Joe's. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously.
I just trimmed mine yesterday. So
that's Daniel all outs in the chat. By the time he showed up for a live stream, thought we were friends. Physics are actually fire, and you're all gonna have like races multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, we've already got leaderboards, so you can come in here and like, see where you're at on the leaderboard. You could pick who you want to race against, and then that'll show you your split times. We'll do different type of race modes in the future as well. Plan on adding ray tracing? I have no idea. Hodge, are you planning on adding ray tracing?
Probably not for this style of game. I don't think it's needed because everything's going to be stylized, so you're not really looking for that, I don't know, realistic lighting. But I think the lighting that we will have in here will look pretty good. So
I'd love to have some like, God rays coming through the trees and other things like that if we can.
Yeah. Plus that's a huge performance impact too. Ray tracing and stuff like that. So.
Oh, did I miss that gate? Sure did. Do you plan to fully release it? I don't know. It's too early. Too early to tell. Can you wheelie? Yeah, you can wheelie. You just pull back on the left stick. It's all free physics, so, we're trying to make it as playful as real life. Some of the stuff is a work in progress. Like, you can't do stoppies super well yet. Like, nose bonks and things aren't working super great, but we'll get there. Please play the song Flickering Lights by Alexander Hibbs. What? Will it be playable on keyboard? Yeah, Hodge just worked on a whole new settings menu, including the ability to rebind keyboard or your controller. So it's working way better on keyboard now.
So we get a lot more feedback on that, but I don't know if anyone has any complaints other than that one person with the mouse thing.
Yeah, if you guys do, if you do test out keyboard, you're a keyboard player, and you want improvements or changes, please let us know in our Discord. We will fix it.
At least made it to where I can run within like 10 seconds of my time on Fika break, so should be pretty playable, I'd say.
The steering feels really fast. Yeah, Leland, it's if you're used to other mountain bike games, it's definitely faster, more grippy. If you want it to be a little slower, you could turn on the input smoothing, but that's kind of by design. It takes a little while to get used to, but we want the player to have full control to whip the bike around. And I don't know. I don't like when I feel like I'm waiting on the game or I do an input and the game doesn't react. So it's very snappy, quick to react. Descendants is better. I've never played Descendants, but I'll check that one out. Descenders is decent though. Oscar, have you played Cranked, or are you just saying it based on looks? Because, we're less than a year in development. I think Descenders has been in development for probably about 8 or 9, 10 years now, considering they've been out for close to 7. So we got a little ways to go. Yeah, feel free to fight him in the chat, guys. It's cool. Oh, death. All right, I'm going to hop over to the other map just so you guys can see the better graphics. Maybe we go grind the middle one, Shred Skogan. Did you ever get a time on Prancer?
Yeah, I got a 221, but I'm on a heater right now.
Yeah, you are. Better keep it clean, boy.
I had like a little physics bug that I thought was going to ruin it a little bit higher up. But...
Dude, 1.6 up. What do you got?
Not 217. Oh, this is going to be worse, I think. Oh, nope.
Pretty good, 220. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's go Shred Skogan. What am I at on? I think I'm not on the first page. I'm on the third page. That's just unacceptable. 2 minutes. We got to shave some time off. You can actually whip it properly and cranked, and it says how good of a whip it was. On Descenders, it don't. Game looks so much better than other mountain bike games. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Have you tried Mavericks? Yeah, we've played Mavericks.
Oh, no. I'm on page 30.
Dude, you got to get up to at least page 5.
Are you jumping like off this thing and landing on the left side? I feel like it's smoother, but might be a placebo.
I just tried it, but yeah, I don't know. Sutton is crazy, man. That guy's so fast. I still maybe think he's cheating. You know, I'm not fully convinced that it's real. Channing Cozen says Cranked is so good with like at least six O's there. Thank you. Game just crashed when I tried to change maps. Yeah, mine just did that too. We think we know what it is, and we think it's actually a Unity bug. So Hodge has been working on updating the Unity project this week. So hopefully the next update that crash will be fixed. But if you do want to share crash logs, hop in our Discord and we can let you know how to find them and check them out. It felt really slow. It was pretty slow. See, Makai even says Sutton is sus. Sutton is sus. Is this that Moan's game? No, this is my game and Hodge's game and our game. It's called Cranked. And it's a cranking good time. Get it? Did you guys get it? I'll be 40 in a year, so dad jokes are about to ramp up, even though I'm not a dad. It's that age. All right, let's see if we can get a burner going. All right, feeling it. Feeling the flow. Feel the rhythm. Feel the flow. Anyone know the song? The Cool Running song? Is that movie too old for you, Hodge?
What was it? I was
Cool Runnings, the Jamaican bobsled team?
I think I've seen it a long time ago.
Oh my god, dude. Get out of here. Where's Brian?
Is it on Disney Channel?
Probably. It's such a silly, dumb movie, but dad jokes will never go out of style. Probably. Oh, I need to cut that corner. I did not cut that corner. The one with John Candy, yeah, that's the one. Classic. See, people know. People in chat know. John Candy was great. R.I.P. Throw a little ace of flip in my... Wow, 2.5 back, dude. That's the one section. I gotta pick it up. I love this bottom section in the woods. Flying through the trees. Ooh, there's a tree on the trail. Was that new? I feel like that tree wasn't there before. I've noticed if UCI is a fail if you miss a mark or not. Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, in real UCI, if you miss a marker, you can go back, and if you go through it, they won't disqualify you. But if you continue after you've missed, your race is not counted at all. Do you know how to lean back on keyboard? You can change all the controls. So open the settings by hitting the select button on your controller or escape on the keyboard, and then go over to controls. And right here, they're all listed. The defaults will be there, but if you want to change them, you can. So lean back is up,
down arrow.
Down arrow. Working, one of the tasks Hodge is working on soon, it's on his to-do list, is like fixing all the, you know, the loading screen just shows you the Xbox controller now. We're going to change that so it detects your input device. So if you're on keyboard, it'll show you all the keys when you're loading in and all that kind of stuff. Eventually, we need to get an onboarding going. I really want to get working on the open world core loop stuff, get the onboarding going. The challenges, all that to make it feel like a proper game. You know, like right now you just hop in, play trails, race, you know, but it doesn't feel like, you know, there's no core loop or anything yet. I'm excited to get that stuff in there.
I think that'll be fun for me too, because I've never really done like a system like that with like challenges and stuff like that, and
yeah,
something new to work on.
Nice. That's you know, we designed the first zone challenges together with the community too. I hopped in Discord one day, and whoever wanted to join could join. We kind of designed them, so we're gonna do more of that. So if you guys want to get involved and really have a say in kind of how this game shapes up, join the Discord, join our Patreon, and help us. Because the more, you know, it's gonna be more fun the more people that get involved to give us cool ideas. Like, I know we've talked about it before, but Jax had a really nice idea with the way the drone's going to work and the drone jammers and unlocking drones in each region. I'm excited for that. Aaron had a cool idea with the coffee shop, like a little meetup spot you could find people to ride with or meet your friends there. You know, so a lot of fun ideas have come from the community that I'm excited to get in the game. Leland, the physics feel great. Took me 2 minutes to get used to it. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the feedback, too. Just join the Discord if you can. It's discord.gg/cranked. Community is amazing. A lot of fast guys. All the fastest guys in the game are on there. They give a lot of tips. They post their videos. So if you guys want tips or tricks, or you want to see their lines, head over there. We've got a whole forum section called Trail Talk. So if you look for the different trail names in that Trail Talk section and look at pinned comments, you'll see a lot of world record video times and stuff like that. Is there an online game mode? The multiplayer is not in the game yet, but there is leaderboards. So like, you know, when you race, if you hit the start button or tab, you know, you can see all the leaderboards. You can see where you are. You can page through them. You can select whose time you want to compare against. So that part of like online is in the game yet, but you can't like see any other people riding yet, but we'll be working on that soon. This game's a lot about line choice. Like, you know, you're in full control, so it really comes down to your line choice and trying to keep up momentum. A lot of things in the trail will really affect your speed, you know, like rock or a root or just even little bumps in the terrain. All that kind of stuff affects you. So you're really trying to find the smoothest line, just like in real life. Trying to find little gaps here and there to downside, keep your momentum up. You know, and the top players are just the best at nailing those lines and keeping the momentum up from top to bottom. So how many mountain bike games popping up? Yeah, there's a lot. Mavericks, Us, Descenders, Riders Republic. They're all different. They all feel different. We've got like 44,000 first-person shooters. So, you know, I think 4 or 5 mountain bike games is appropriate. A lot of moto games out there too. MX Sim, MX Bikes, ATV, MX vs ATV, Monster Energy. Probably more, you know, MTG's coming out. Hodge is working on his own thing. If you ever want to talk about your game on the stream, dude, feel free.
Yeah, it's dirt bikes. I haven't touched that in like a month, to be honest.
Dang.
Actually, Damien was working on, I was telling you about that new like terrain rendering system. It looks so good, like
nice.
the realism of it.
Hell yeah. Think I'm on a burner, you guys. Let's see what we got. Yeah. And my nose was itchy half that run. You know how hard it was to not
Pull the tear off.
Oh, dude. So itchy. Let's see where we're at. We made it to the second page, 18th, 158. What do we need to get to the first page? 157, 4. So we need 1.4 off for the next page.
On the split, do you go up or down? Or I guess the second split.
What do you mean?
Like towards the bottom, there's like a upper line and a lower line.
Oh, I go lower.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with the top line much. If you guys have questions and you see Cranked Intern in the chat answer you, he's actually our official intern. His name is Julian. So listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. Thank you, Julian. But Sutton, do you go up or down on that line? Let's see. Let's hear from the top pro. Sutton. I still, I know what you said. It's like Sutton. That's what you said. It's like Sutton. I think I still say it wrong like half the time, but I'm getting there. The bottom tree section, the very last tree section, you know how there's like the top line on the right or the bottom line on the left? Which line do you take on Shredskogen? Middle where there's like a berm you land on and boost out. Yeah, that's kind of what I do, I think. That felt slow. I think every trail should have at least 4 splits. Or every trail should have only 4 splits. So the longer ones, you know, because I feel like in real life, I've been paying attention lately. I've only ever seen 4 splits in the UCI stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like it'd be a little hard to track otherwise.
Some of the really short trails we have probably don't need 4. Like it'd be fine to have less than 4, I think, on some of those super short ones. But I think anything that's like 2 minutes or so or more should always have 4. Oh yeah, 3 o'clock. All right, let me try to get one more run in, and then I got to run because I got some things I got to go do. Got some family visiting, so we're gonna go have some fun. But anyway, I'll close out the stream, guys. This is Cranked. If you guys are new here, we are the developers of Cranked. It is a game in pre-alpha right now. We're developing it in the open. We're trying to get your feedback as much as possible. If you want to get involved and help us test things, give us your ideas, play all the development builds, you can join Patreon for $5 a month and get all of our development builds. We do a couple a month. Talk to us directly through there. If you want to try it out for free, you can go over to Steam, PC, Mac, or Linux. We've got a Steam playtest going on this map you see right here. If you want to join our Discord, it's discord.gg/cranked. We're very active on our Discord. I read every message over there. I respond to most of them. We hang out and chat a lot. We're very active. So if you guys want to get involved, if you want to help shape the future of Cranked, really, honestly, you know, head over there. If you don't want to do that and you just kind of want to wait till it fully releases, you know, give us a follow here. We'll keep you updated. And that's that. My name's Joe. This is Hodge. He's the programmer. I'm the game designer. And we do the stream every Thursday. A lot of times Brian's on. He wasn't on this week. But we'll be back. We'll be back next Thursday. And I'll probably stream in between them sometime. So, that's the spiel. Hope you guys have a good day and a good night or evening, wherever you are. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thank you all the regulars over there on the Red app. Aaron, Sutton, Duck was in here maybe earlier. Tails, all you guys, thank you. Kai's always here. No, I'm just rambling. Cool. See you guys later.
Bye.
And the weird part where it takes me a few minutes to hit the stop buttons.